Let me tell you a story that will make your heart tremble. There once was a man named Prophet J.J. Nduka. Everyone called him Papa J, the oracle of fire. He came to the town of Obodonta, carrying a Bible, wearing a white designer suit that sparkled like broken glass under the sun, and he speaks in tongues. His voice shook the air, and his eyes glittered like polished stones. His smile, wide and sweet, made even elders bow in respect. He claimed he had fasted for 100 days in the mountains, which he had directly from God, that he was sent to wipe away tears and multiply destinies. And his church? Mountain of Divine Settlement Ministries. It had everything: big speakers, a stage like a concert hall, ushers in uniform, smoke machines and banners that screamed, "Are you barren? Carry your twins. Come with 100,000, a seed, and return with 100 million. Meet the prophet who sees tomorrow." And the people came, especially the women. From nearby villages, they arrived in buses and on motorcycles. Wives, mothers, grandmothers, and daughters, all searching for one thing: hope. Many were looking for children. Many were tired of poverty. Many were scared of curses. And Papa J promised everything. "I see twins in your womb," he shouted, laying hands. "God is telling me your husband is holding you back," he whispered to some. "If you come alone, I will remove the curse directly," he told others. And they came, and alone. He led them into the deliverance room at the back of the church. One by one, he slept with them. One by one, he took their money. One by one, he stole their dignity. They stayed silent because he used fear like a whip. If you tell anyone the God of fire will strike your womb, if you stop coming to church, your children will die. If you speak against the prophet, your bloodline is finished. And still, no one got pregnant. Meanwhile, he told businessmen that their shops were spiritually locked. "Only I can open your doors," he would say. "But you must sacrifice." He collected money, goats, plots of land, even luxurious jeeps. And yet nothing he said ever came true. But the people didn't question him. Why? Because behind all this, there was power. Real power. Power that did not come from God. Behind the cross, behind the altar, there was a small door. And behind that door was a shrine. Candles, skulls, blood-stained feathers, and a shrine priest, an old man with blind eyes who never blinked. That was where Prophet J.J. went every Sunday before service. That was where he drew his strength, not from heaven, but from the gods of the underworld. He used juju, but wore the face of a Christian, and the people, they were trapped in spiritual blindness. They forgot the scriptures that says, "My people perish for lack of knowledge." But not everyone was blind. There was a man named Reverend Father Emmanuel, a quiet, humble priest who led a small Catholic chapel at the edge of town. He wore simple white robes. He had no billboards, no loudspeakers, no fake tongues, only truth. Every Sunday, he preached with a soft but firm voice. Be careful of men who mix light with darkness. A real man of God does not manipulate. He prays. He does not pray. But no one listened. Father Emmanuel is too old school. His church is too small. He doesn't even wear shiny blazers or drive a big car. They ignored him, laughed at him, until the night Ngozi died. Ngozi was 8 months pregnant, poor, desperate, and afraid. Papa JJ told her, "Come for midnight prayer. I will ensure your safe delivery." She never returned home. They found her cold and stiff in the deliverance room. Her unborn baby, gone. Her husband Ifani broke down. He stormed the church shouting, "You killed my wife, you liar, you demon in suit." The people were shaken, and then like a flood the truth came rushing out. Women began to speak. Men began to confess. The assistant pastor collapsed at the altar and cried, "He used charms on us. We didn't know." Papa J panicked. He packed his millions into a bag, grabbed his keys, started his car, and fled towards the forest road, trying to escape justice. But the skies had already judged him. The clouds turned dark. The winds howled like mourning mothers. And then, boom! A thunderbolt came down like a divine sword. His car exploded. Fire, smoke, and then silence. They found his body the next morning, naked, burnt, and twisted. His Bible beside him, his pages empty, as if heavens had erased his name. Back at the church, the shrine had crumbled. The blind old man was gone. The candles melted into blood. People wept, not just for the lies, but for how they had ignored the truth staring at them. And slowly, they returned to Father Emmanuel. He didn't gloat. He didn't shout. He only opened his arms and said, "Let's pray." And so the people of Obodonta began again, this time, not with drama, not with noise, not with tricks, but with the truth. The moral of the story: false prophets may rise like stars, they fall like thunder, and those who follow blindly perish with them. But truth, though quiet, never dies. Not everyone who holds a Bible speaks for God. Some wear white robes but serve dark powers. When people refuse to seek the truth and follow noise instead, they become victims of their own ignorance. True power is not loud. It is humble, honest, and pure. And in the end, every lie will face judgment. If this story touched you, share it. Someone needs to hear it.